Hey guys, this is Brandon with Taylor's Fine Smoke Cooking. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making some of the best smothered chicken you've ever had. Here I have 3 pounds of fresh, cleaned, washed, trimmed chicken. We're going to be seasoning it with some granulated garlic, complete seasoning, some smoked paprika, salt, pepper. I have some green pepper and some diced onion. So I've got my chicken together and I've taken my seasonings and combined them, everything except for the complete. Put a little bit of olive oil in, just enough as a binder. You don't need much, but I've taken a tablespoon of all of the seasonings I mentioned and put into a dish and mix it up, and it's made, one seasoning out of that. To me, it's just a little easier that way, and everything gets better incorporated that way to me when making this. So we have a tablespoon of the smoked paprika, a tablespoon of the garlic, a tablespoon of the salt, and a tablespoon of pepper. What you want to do, you want to season your chicken liberally. You want to season it very well. You don't have to worry about over seasoning it because there's not a ton of salt on that. And when you smother it, a lot of that seasoning is going to help season up your gravy as well. So season your chicken very liberally and give it a good little mix. And, once you get to a certain point, take a good look at it. See if it's seasoned enough, and if it's not, go some more. We're going to go ahead and add our complete in separately because that complete just adds a different level of flavor. And like I said, it doesn't have a high sodium point to it. So you can go really heavy with your complete and don't have to worry about really over salting your food. But it has those nice herbs and a little bit of that citrus flavor to it. So that's why I like my complete. Now you can make your smothered chicken one of two ways that I know that we've grown up making it. You can do it like we're going to do today, and we're going to bake it off. We're going to sear the skin and then we're going to bake it. Or you can pan fry your chicken and then smother it that way. Both of them are delicious. This one is a little bit healthier, but they're both really, really good. Leave some comments down below if you grew up eating smothered chicken and what is your preferred method of cooking it or having it. I'd like to know. All right, guys, now take a good look at that chicken. You can see how well it's seasoned. This is exactly what you want. You want your chicken coated very well with that seasoning. You don't want any bland chicken. You want it to be delicious. So what I have here is I have my pan heated up, and we have just a shallow pan of avocado oil. The good thing about this avocado oil, it is a healthy oil, so I'm not going to worry about discarding any of it. We're going to brown off our chicken, and we're going to leave the oil in there because, like I said, it's a healthier oil. There's nothing wrong with consuming a little bit in moderation, and it's going to help with the color of our gravy when we go ahead and do the smothering. So I'm going to put my pieces in. With the thighs, you want to go down with the skin first. You want to try to get a nice little crisp on that skin, but ultimately it is hard to keep it crispy when you smother it, but you want to do the best you can when you put that chicken down in that pan. I have the heat on medium high, and we're just going to try to get a nice golden brown on all the sides of the chicken. Just look how good it looks already. You can tell this chicken is going to be great. Now the way we're going to smother our chicken today, we're going to do a quick smother. So we're going to use cream soups. I have 2 cans of cream of chicken. Well, actually, I'm sorry, a can of cream of chicken and a can of cream of mushroom. Now, if you don't like cream of mushroom, you can use 2 cans of cream of chicken or vice versa. But this is an easy way to make smothered chicken, and it's really delicious this way. We could have made a pan gravy and done it that way, but sometimes you don't have enough time to do that. And we've been doing this for years. Many people have been doing this for years, and it really turns out good. So you can use, cream soups. You can use brown gravy packs, or you can do it, make a homemade skillet gravy to smother your chicken. It really doesn't matter, and it'll turn out great every way. So what we're going to do, we're going to add both of our cans of cream soup into a bowl. We have to remember that our chicken is going to make liquid as well. So you don't want to put too much water in there, because that combined with the liquid from the chicken will cause your gravy to be really thin, and you don't want that. So you go ahead and just add your soup into the bowl. You're going to add your 1 can of water. Then you're going to season it as well with some of that complete seasoning, and just give it a nice little whisk before you go ahead and add it into the pan with your chicken. All right, guys, now it's time to turn that chicken over, and you're going to see we have a nice little golden brown on that chicken. It's got a nice little crisp on it. That's all you're trying to achieve. Like I say, when you're doing smothered chicken, you're not going to have crispy skin, but you want to try to make sure that you don't have rubbery skin as well. So now we got our chicken turned over. We're gonna take those green peppers and those onions. We're just gonna sprinkle them all through the pan. Now, if you're not a big fan of onions and peppers, you can omit them or you cannot add a lot, but we love onions and peppers over here in our house. So we're gonna go quite a bit in here. We're also gonna add some minced garlic in here. I forgot to bring that out at the beginning, but we're gonna put some minced garlic in there and add a nice little garlicky flavor as well. So now we're just going to go in with that minced garlic. Again, this is something where you can add as little or as much as you like. We like it a little garlicky, so we're going to go with a moderate amount of garlic in this dish. And you're just going to put it on top. And when you add your gravy, it's going to help mix that garlic up in there as well as the green peppers and onions. So you can see the consistency of that gravy it is. Now it's definitely going to thin out, but it's not going to be too thin because we only added the 1 can of water. And like I said, with that avocado oil, we don't have to worry about getting any of that oil out because it's okay to consume a little bit. It's a good oil for you, and it's really going to help with the color of that gravy once it begins to cook and meld together. But it's really good. It's the easy way to make smothered chicken, and I guarantee it to be some of the best smothered chicken that you've ever had if you just follow this recipe, guys. So what you want to do, you want to do your best to combine it, but you don't have to worry about it too much because once it gets to cooking and bubbling, it's going to mix up real well. Had a little bit of onion and green pepper left in that bowl. We're just going to top the rest of it with that, and then we're going to put a lid on it, and we're going to go into a 375-degree oven until the chicken becomes fork tender. We're just giving it a little peek to see how we're doing, and you can see that gravy that's bubbling in there. That's exactly what we want, guys. All right, let's take a look at it and see what we got going on. When we pull that lid off, it smells fantastic. That gravy is thickening up the way we want to, but not too thick, not too thin. It's just right because we're going to have ours with gravy. And my family, my girls especially, they love gravy. So I want to have a lot of gravy in this pan to smother the spoon over that rice when we get ready to eat. Give it a little taste to make sure the flavor is the way we want it as well. You to make sure that this is the time now to where you want to go ahead and add a little more salt if you need to add a little more salt, a little more pepper if you need to add a little more pepper, and go from there. But we still have a little bit of ways to go, so we're going to put this back into the oven for maybe another 15 minutes or so before we're ready to go. All right, it's 15 minutes later, and let's get plated up. You can see how good that chicken looks right now. The herbs and everything that was in it, everything turned out great. That gravy's fantastic. We're just gonna go ahead and plate up, get us a nice little leg, get us a thigh, and we're gonna go heavy with that gravy. Like I said, my girls and me, we are gravy fanatics. We could really eat gravy and rice for dinner if push came to shove. So we're gonna go ahead and get a spoon and spoon in some of that good gravy. We're having this with rice and then some broccoli Normandy. I love that stuff. You just put it in your microwave, steam it off, and you got yourself a nice healthy side. So that's our dinner right there. Take a look at that plate. You can see the peppers and onions still in that gravy. Spooned over there. The chicken is fork tender, cooked to perfection. And here's our finished look, guys. This is dinner. And again, I believe this would be some of the best smothered chicken that you have ever had. And just look at that. Like I said, it's fork tender. That's exactly what you want right there. You don't want no chewy chicken or this chewy skin. Everything that breaks apart comes off the way it's supposed to. The chicken is nice and juicy, not dried out. And when I tell you it's full of flavor, we chowed down today. And I believe you guys would too if you made this recipe. So if you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video out if you could. And until the next time, God bless you.